welcome back to Kyle's Cavern. I hope everyone is having an awesome Lionsgate. A perfect day if you're doing manifestation work, if you're wanting to call new things into your life. 4 or 5 days of this Lionsgate, so this is a perfect time for everyone to manifest their desires and their wishes into their life. Today's card from the animal deck is surprisingly the Phoenix, and we all know from Greek pantheon this Phoenix is the firebird that is reborn from its ashes. So if you're needing to call out and expel things from your life that no longer serves you so that you can rise to your Phoenix state, this is the time to do so during this Lionsgate period. The age of Aquarius, the year number 7, which is the spiritual number. The 8 is a very life and death cycle number. So definitely call upon that Phoenix energy if you're looking to rise from your ashes and be reborn. Series on fire crystals or crystals that really help and target your solar plexus. Today's video is going to be on Libyan Desert Glass. Libyan Desert Glass. If you guys have not already, please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. It means a lot. Let's just jump right on into Libyan Desert Glass. I hope you guys enjoy. Today I'm actually wearing a meteorite pendant that I've made of an iron meteorite and Libyan Desert Glass, which is another meteorite or tektite. And I think that as far as me, I am a Scorpio, so I love things that help to stimulate my creative power, my creative flow. So citrine has really been a big crystal to help with me for that, and Libyan Desert Glass is an excellent motivative, let's do it, let's go crystal. More calmer and softer than, as far as energetic goes, what it does for your life. It's a lot softer and calmer than moldavite. You kind of have to be ready and prepared to handle the energies of moldavite, because moldavite can be a very, very potent tektite meteorite to handle. So definitely take your time when it comes to which crystals or which minerals you would like to use. But today's video we're talking about Libyan Desert Glass. Libyan Desert Glass has a very smooth energy. It's not as, if there is a transformation period that happens and it's very rapid, but it's not as like moldavite is, how it's gonna just change. If you're not mindful of your words and your mind, it could, moldavite can change everything around for you. Glass does the same thing, but in a more smoother, gentler way. And actually, I think pairing Libyan Desert Glass with citrine is a perfect combination of manifestation and willpower. I really do recommend it because I work with those two stones personally. Planet that is associated with Libyan Desert Glass would be space and Earth. I guess you can say the polarities of the stone out of our atmosphere and come back down and make a impact on the Earth. So it definitely has that air and earth stardust combination within the stone. Chakras associated with Libyan Desert Glass would be all of your chakras, but really your solar plexus. I mentioned all of them. It helps to clear all of your chakras. It really helps, I feel like, on your star chakra as well, because it is from outer space. Expand your mind. Working with meteorites or tektites, I feel like it really does help to expand and broaden your mind and your spiritual growth. Solar plexus, but all of your chakras, it helps to help get those into alignment. Location of Libyan Desert Glass is in the Libyan Desert, Egypt, I believe. And speaking of Egypt, King Tut himself, if you guys don't know who King Tut was, the great pharaoh, the young pharaoh, he was, of course, buried with this golden mask filled with lapis lazuli, clear quartz and obsidian eyes and gold and all these other precious stones. But he was also buried with a Libyan Desert breastplate necklace. And science, when they first discovered it, what that green stone was, they thought it was a peridot. Usually in desert-like environments is where you will find tektites and meteorites. So in Georgia, there's Georgiaite, which is like another type of tektite. Then you also can find tektites in Australia. So really in desert regions, indigenous people used tektites. Indigenous tribes across the world, they will use meteorites and tektites in their tools, in their spiritual practices, and all those things. As King Tut himself had meteorites, and he also had a meteorite dagger, a dagger made out of a tektite or meteorite. So they're very, very hard, very, very durable minerals. Libyan desert glass is amorphous. The shape of it and how it grows is part of the amorphous group of minerals. So it doesn't really have a crystalline structure. The Egyptians also referred to Libyan desert glass as the rock of God. So they really, really revered space. You know, as we all know, Egyptians had extraterrestrial visitations during their time, and in hieroglyphics, a lot of their Sanskrit talks about extraterrestrial life. The origin story of ancient Egypt is very celestial, is very space-like. So they revered space to be another dimension, another world, which it is, another dimension, another world. So Libyan desert glass contains 2 mineral composites that are not found on planet Earth, which makes them even more very good transformation stone. It is not a stone that's gonna change your entire, like it's not gonna do nothing crazy like moldavite would. Moldavite, I have not, worked with moldavite myself personally, but from the stories I've heard, people who aren't ready, but people who maybe jump the gun and get moldavite maybe too soon in their spiritual journey, or they're not mentally prepared, I should say, to work with moldavite, things kind of go out of their control. So definitely Libyan desert glass is a lot more smoother, honey-like when it comes to its transformation, but the transformation is definitely happening. Also, Libyan desert glass helps with decision making. So if you're having struggles with just doing anything that, working and meditating, wearing Libyan desert glass as a protection amulet can definitely help with decision making. Zodiac signs that are associated with Libyan desert glass would be all. And I feel that for a lot of tektites and meteorites, that they are, past planets, but also the stars, the celestials, the heavens. So they definitely, I feel, have, every zodiac sign is able to, I feel, work with tektites and meteorites. Also, working with Libyan desert glass can support mental ability. If you have been looking to access more parts of your mental power, which I always say intention is everything when it comes to your spiritual work, strong intention. If you've been wanting a boost in that, then definitely working with Libyan desert glass can help. To access the Akashic records, just like citrine does, or the New Age term for the Congo citrine is Kundalini citrine. But when you work with your Kundalini energy, that helps you to access the Akashic records, which is where divine knowledge, cosmic knowledge is hidden. It does boost with that. And you can sleep with Libyan desert glass too when you're astral traveling to help guide you through the astral realm. I have very vivid dreams working with meteorites and tektites. You can increase in your personal willpower, because that's Libyan desert glass deals with the solar plexus, then definitely get you a piece of that. I really highly recommend citrine, at least from my experience, citrine and Libyan desert glass really target your solar plexus. Also, creativity. If you have been looking to be more creative and get more into your creative self, then working with Libyan desert glass or crystals that associate with your solar plexus and your creativity really does help as well. Energy protective. Also, the element is fire when you're working with Libyan desert glass, which makes sense because it is targeting your solar plexus, which is your real fire, that flame. It's a very, very high vibration, which I can feel. Magnetic, but also just like ethereal. I don't even know how to explain it. It's just like, it's very, it's powerful, nurturing at the same time when you're working with certain tektites. You have moldavite for green, that's heart chakra. Libyan desert glass, that's solar plexus. See, I think the Libyan desert glass is like solar plexus and down, and also a little bit up for all your chakras. And the moldavite is for your heart chakra and chakras up. And that's how I think that the tektites kind of vary in energy. But real fast, what meteorites do when they enter our atmosphere. So what they go through is called ablation. And that means that when it burns through our atmosphere, particles and stuff fly off of it, and usually by the time it hits Earth, it's already cooled down. So it goes through that flame period of burning off particles, space particles, and usually meteorites are parts of old planets that comes through the atmosphere, and it burns away. Not so much like deep holes, but more so like almost like thumbprints within the surface of tektite. The energy that is associated of what it does for Libyan Desert glass, it is projective. So it projects your willpower, your energy, your intentions, and it helps you to really get it out there into the universe. And that's why I love working with meteorites. Meteorites are an awesome mineral, I feel, to work with. It's just, it helps you tap into that space. It helps you tap into space energy. It helps you tap into, like, they are space crystals or meteorites are very much so close to God. And I love that Egyptians call Libyan Desert glass the rock of God. Also, you can find meteorites, like we talked about, in indigenous tribes around the world, and also you can find it in, you know, even the mosque in Muslim religion in Mecca. There is a meteorite that is blessed, and go there to that mosque and pray and, you know, meditate and speak to God, Allah. So there is definitely meteorites used in lots of different cultures in different ways. Really, it just helps you to just expand. It's just an expansive mineral. Now, expensive, but we're going to talk about expenses. So if you're looking to look into getting Libyan Desert glass, just be mindful that the prices of tektites and meteorites will vary, and they can be quite expensive because the origin story of where the meteorite or tektite came from, and that goes into the business of how it's being sold. So you can definitely find some pieces for a good price if you are looking, but also be mindful that there are companies that fake a lot of moldavite and other crystals as well, so please be mindful of that and just do your research before you purchase. I think that'll be all for Libyan Desert glass. I really hope you guys do get a hand on some pieces, either from me making some or even you going out and purchasing them yourself. But I highly recommend working with Libyan Desert glass or any meteorite. If you have diamonds, black diamonds, those come from space too. So even a lot of our metals, you know, gold is formed in space through kilonova, which is it's not like supernova, but kilonova is a more grand event that happens in space, and that sometimes forms gold. So, you know, there's so many metals, even copper. I read that copper is made from stardust. So there's so many different ways to work with space, and working with different minerals and metals can definitely help you expand and conduct your energy in the way where you want it to go. So I highly recommend working with pieces from space and meteorites and tektites and all that fun stuff. And you will get those feelings of extraterrestrial visitation. Some have been said when they work with either moldavite, Libyan Desert glass, they do get extraterrestrial visitations or sightings. They're able to see UFOs. So where you just want to learn more about space. You want to learn more about, you know, other life forms on different planets. And it just expands and it projects your mind. And that's why I highly recommend Libyan Desert glass. So I really hope you guys enjoy this video. There will be more videos to come on crystals. And I hope you guys are enjoying this Lionsgate portal. I hope you're manifesting your wishes. I hope you guys are manifesting your dreams. I hope you guys are putting yourself into living the lifestyle of your dreams so that that ball can roll. So I will catch you guys in the next video, and have a blessed one. Bye guys.